What's up, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of Train Sim World 2. And I know, it has been quite a minute since we've actually been in this game here. But a new DLC has came out. It is the Cane Creek Union Pacific route in Utah. And we are going to be exploring it today. Today, though, we are going to be doing the introductions. We're going to do the trainings for the locomotives. And we're basically just going to check out, the introduction of the route and all of that fun stuff. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in here and let's check out this route, shall we?
Welcome to the Cane Creek subdivision. We're currently at the mine in Potash, Utah, which is the largest supplier of traffic on our route.
Alright, I don't know if y'all heard that because some busy traffic in the background.
Let's begin exploring. Follow the markers down to the tracks.
So follow the marker. We do got some very unique crossing signals here. I will say this is definitely something brand new that I've never seen before. But we're going to cross the tracks here. Make sure we look both ways. Make sure no trains are coming. We are good. Here we go. Now we're going to walk this way. It looks like we're going to get a tutorial on how to walk in the game. Very cool.
A train has just finished loading and is about to leave. Let's hop on board and go for a ride.
Yes, let's go ahead and hop on board and go for a ride, shall we? I believe it did say we're taking a Union Pacific SD40-2, so I'm assuming this is the one we're going to be taking. Alright, going into the marker here. Take a seat in the locomotive. Here we go. Climb on up aboard. Hello, we got a female conductor today. Alright, let's go and shut this door here. Here we go. Oh, we can't take a seat because there's a guy here. Oh, take a seat right here. We're gonna be the conductor today. She's the assistant conductor. Mr. Engineer Man right there. Make sure you sound your horn, dude. There's a crossing coming up.
There is much to do here on the Cane Creek subdivision. Control heavy tonnage over the rugged and scenically beautiful Cane Creek branch in Utah.
This is cool, though. I don't think we do much of being the conductor, but I guess there is a mode in this where we can be a conductor.
Haul potash from the mine up to the main line, or operate the trains of a uranium mine cleanup site.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Uranium mine cleanup site. That'd be a fun train to haul. She looks brand new. She looks scared. Look at her. She's like, oh, she's looking at me now. Well, we're going to turn around because that was kind of creepy. Man, the details on this game are pretty neat. Look at the facial features.
Journey across open, arid plains and through narrow canyons past towering rocks.
Man, look at those facial features on her, though. It looks super realistic, man. You know, the clothing and the vest could use a little bit of texture work, but I mean, hey, it works. We're going to open up these windows here. I hope you don't mind. Check it out, though. We got all these different rolling stock here. Some UP hoppers.
Take control of your train and enjoy the challenges of this scenic branch line.
They did say there's two different types of hoppers, so we do see both of them here. I did see a mod that changes these DTGX reporting marks to some real-life reporting marks. So we're going to install that mod. So if we do ever, show off these hoppers.
You've only explored a small area here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy. Welcome to Cane Creek.
Welcome to Cane Creek. Let's see what else there is to enjoy here.
Experience Utah's rugged canyons and remote desert country as you battle steep grades and haul heavy tonnage with contemporary Union Pacific diesel power. With Skyhook Games Train Sim World 2 Cane Creek. Along the way, don't forget to top up the water dispensers. Pick up spiking hammers. Pick up high visibility vests. And place points of interest posters on the point of interest boards. Welcome to Cane Creek.
Alright, so that was not the 10 minutes like it advertised. It actually took 3 minutes and 41 seconds to do all of that, which wasn't bad. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the locomotives here and learn how to drive them.
Welcome to Thompson. In this training module, we'll learn about operating the Union Pacific Electromotive SD40-2. The 6-axle, 3,000 horsepower SD40-2 is one of the most successful diesel locomotives ever constructed, and the type remains in service.
See, I thought the SD42 was a 4,000 horsepower.
Almost all trains on the Cane Creek subdivision use 2 or more locomotives on the head end. We thus have to set up the diesels accordingly as lead and trailing units. Let's start by climbing aboard the trailing unit, which is the one farther to our left.
See, yeah, I thought the SD40-2s were 4,000 horsepower. Granted, by their name, with like the SD30s, which were 3,000 horsepower. I could be wrong, though. Enter the cab's rear door. Alright, I don't see why I can't just go through the front door, but I guess they want us to go through the rear door. Alright.
Any trailing locomotive must have its control stand disabled so that it can receive commands from the lead unit. Check that the control, fuel pump, and engine run switch are in the off position.
Yep, engine run is on. And the control and fuel pump is on, so we're going to turn those off.
Trailing units also need to have their brakes set to cut out in trail 6 or 26. This is the default setting for all running locomotives at scenario start, so we can move on to the lead engine now.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the lead engine. There should be a platform that we can cross through, and there is. Oh, we can't cross through the platform? Are you kidding me? Really? Well, then what's the point of having the platform there if we can't even cross right through it? Come on, man, that's crazy. That's cheap. Alright, let's go ahead and enter through the rear door here. It's not like there's a front door we can enter through as well.
This is our lead engine. In other words, the unit will be operating from. We must thus switch on its controls.
So my question is, I want to know where all that traffic is coming from.
Our engine's controls are now active. Now we need to set the brakes for lead and the cut in to freight, which we can do with the 2 valves on the side of the control stand.
And the MUA to freight. There we go.
Our 2 engines are now ready to run. Insert the reverser, set it to forward, release the brakes, and apply some throttle. Then drive to the destination marker and stop there.
Insert the reverser forward. We'll shut that door. Set that, insert it to notch 2, and get going. Turn on some headlights.
The path to your destination has been set for you in this scenario. Please be aware that there are numerous manual switches on the Cane Creek subdivision, and the engine crew must always ensure the switches ahead are aligned properly for its movements.
Understood. We gotta align all the switches. I understand. I understand. So we'll do... So we don't have auxiliary on this, do we? We gotta turn the ditch lights on manually. Step lights on, ditch lights. There we go. I kind of figured. You can definitely tell they got this from the CSX SD40-2 because those ditch lights flash, and I know Union Pacifics do not flash, so you can definitely tell this was a knockoff from the CSX SD40-2 for sure. But checking out the cab here, the SD40-2 looking mighty fine actually. Horn and bell are typical to Train Sim World. I don't see why the number board lights are kind of glitching out like that. Y'all see that? They're like flickering and stuff. It's weird. Interesting. Interesting for sure. But yeah, sounds are typical to, you know, Train Sim World. They're not, you know, they're not the greatest, but at least they're a lot better than Railworks default sounds. I will definitely say that. So at least they're doing, you know, at least they stepped up their game on that a little bit. Also, I seen that the Northeast Corridor is coming out for TSW2 as well. I'm hoping that if you ended up purchasing the previous one for TSW for the regular Train Sim World, that it'll be a free upgrade for Train Sim World 2, like the other DLCs were. So I'm truly hoping that is the case. But as of right now, I have no freaking idea, because it's not available yet as far as I'm aware, and I don't have it in my scenario list or my route list. So I'm not too sure. Not too sure, but today we are actually focusing on Cane Creek, and I gotta say though, the SD42s do look really nice. Union Pacific does have some nice looking, you know, motive power, especially their SD40s and like their older power. They do look nice. That 17, you know, series road number there. So track has been set aligned for our movement. I think that's a crossing. I can't tell though. But we're not going to do anything about that. We're not going to align any switches or nothing. No, it is a crossing. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, so we're speeding now, so it's a 15 through here. Let's go and... Actually, we'll use the independent brake since we have 2 locomotives and no cars. There we go. We got about 300 yards left to go. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this video so far. A little kind of introduction to the Cane Creek DLC, or the Cane Creek route. So far, in my opinion, I do recommend it because you do get a new locomotive, and you know, if you want more North American routes and stuff, this does add another North American route, a brand new one to that. But the sounds are pretty much recycled. That's the only thing. The SD40-2 is recycled, so I'm hoping the Gevo is something new. I kind of explored it a little bit so already beforehand, and it seems pretty promising. So we'll kind of see how it goes once we get the introduction and all that fun stuff. I'm hoping, but as of right now with the SD40-2, it just seems like it's recycled, man. Like, I just can't get into it. Like, I just can't. It is definitely the CSX one. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Oh, we got it. Cool. Oh, that was it. 8 minutes, 9 seconds. That was it. We got gold, and we're level 4. As you guys can see, I don't play this game too much, so we're level 4. Probably once we get done with the next one, we'll be at level 5. So as you guys do see, I don't play this that often.
Welcome to Potash. In this training module, we'll learn about operating the Union Pacific General Electric AC4400 CW. The big AC4400 CW is an example of state-of-the-art U.S. diesel locomotives with 4,400 horsepower and AC traction. You'll be the engineer of the 2-unit lash-up right in front of you. Let's begin by preparing the units for service. Almost all trains on the Cane Creek subdivision use 2 or more locomotives on the head end. We thus have to set up the diesels accordingly as lead and trailing units. Let's start by climbing aboard the trailing unit, which is the one farther to our left.
Understood, understood. So it's pretty much like the last one. I'm going to run to this marker here, probably get in through the rear door. Yep, knew it. Cab's rear door. We got a platform here, but I doubt anything. We're not going to be able to use it. Little step up here. Enter through the rear door.
Any trailing locomotive must have its control stand disabled so that it can receive commands from the lead unit. Check that the control, fuel pump, and engine run switch are in the off position.
So that is off, and that is going to be turned off.
Trailing units must also have their brakes set to cut out and trail. This is the default setting for all running locomotives at scenario start, so we can move on to the lead locomotive now.
Okay, so moving on to the lead locomotive here. Let's see if we can actually use the crossing platform this time. I doubt it, though. Nope. So what's the point of putting a crossing platform if we're not even allowed to use it? I just don't understand that at all. I really do not. Enter through the rear door here. Nice looking Building America Union Pacific paint scheme on this locomotive.
This is our lead engine. In other words, the unit will be operating from. We must thus switch on its controls.
Understood. Switching on the control, all but one.
Our engine's controls are now active. Now we need to set the brakes for lead and cut-in, which we can do on any one of the 3 screens located on the control desks.
Oh. So we do it off the screens? That's new. Okay, so F1. Right? And then F3. F4. And then F6. F8.
Our 2 units are now ready to go
That's
to work.
cool.
Set the reverser forward, release the brakes, and apply a little throttle. Then carefully proceed to the destination marker and stop there.
That's cool, though. I didn't think we could actually do that on the IFD screens. That's neat. Reverser to forward, releasing the brakes here. We'll set you to about 2.
The path to your destination has been set for you in this scenario. Please be aware that there are numerous manual switches on the Cane Creek subdivision, and the engine crew must always ensure the switches ahead are aligned properly for its movements.
I will say this, though, the horn for this locomotive actually sounds a lot better. I don't want to say it sounds new because I feel like I have heard this horn before somewhere, but it sounds a lot better than the SD42 horn that comes with this route. Now, I believe this is a whole brand new locomotive, considering we did have a CSX, a GEVO, I believe. But I believe this is a whole brand new unit, considering it's got the low number boards. And the ditch lights actually don't flash. And I do believe the CSX one had the ditch lights on the front walkway. So I believe this actually is a whole brand new modeled unit. But yeah, that is actually really cool, though. I did not realize that we can actually check all that on the integrated whatever display screen, IFD, which is really cool. So we can set it to lead trail and all of that, which we're not going to do. Check speed control. We'll probably do like speed. They probably have like cruise control and stuff like that, which is really cool. Train line sand. We don't need any of that. Distance start, distance setup, measured mile, which I don't think that's the only one we can't do. Oh, we can. That's cool. Okay. That is actually really cool, man. Very, very cool. But I think that's where it's going to end here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this scenario. If you guys have played Cane Creek, do let me know what it's like, since I'm still trying to, we're going to do some more scenarios with it. So we got some achievements, something. I can't really see what they say. Welcome to the rail world, something like that. But we are almost at level 5. But we're level 2 in Cane Creek, level 2 on the GEVO. I believe it's a GEVO, AC 4400 CW. I'm going to call it a GEVO, even though it's probably not a GEVO. But yeah, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server, all that fun stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.